Yes. So I have the little eyeball just popped up.
All right.
So when that happens, that means we're live.
Okay.
Wow.
Now,
So watch what you say,
The
everybody.
next thing is, well, I don't know. I'm not. Yep. Now it says on my Facebook on my notifications, Glocker Realty and Insurance is live now.
Yep, right there.
Yep,
Yeah.
just got it.
So there should be some people tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I can see people starting to come into the show. This is the Cast at Glocker. This is a live stream that we do to support Boyertown local businesses. Today, we're going to be going live with Josh. See, it's two J names.
Yeah, the J's gonna throw you off, man.
We're going live with Josh and Denise from Barn Fresh Vintage. What's the
Market.
address here?
311 County Line Road, Gilbertsville,
Right across the street from the Giant Shopping Center.
Yes. Yeah.
And Raiders.
and Holland Box.
There you
All
go.
of them.
If you're from Boyertown and don't know where any of that stuff is that we just said, you need to get out more. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, there's not
everybody.
several giants in Boyertown.
I do want to remind everybody that's watching, the chat is open. I do monitor the chat, so please let us know that you're out there watching. Ask us your questions, make your comments, hit that like button, share the stream to your news feeds, all that stuff.
Yeah, we like questions. Our guests like questions.
Yeah.
You know, it makes it more interactive. You can be part of the show.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Don't give Matt and I all the spotlight.
I will hog.
Yeah,
I will completely hog up this microphone.
I hear you.
I can also put the questions up on the screen if you want a little moment of fame.
Yeah.
Your question will get put up onto the screen.
Right.
I took the overlay off. We've got a good amount of people watching. Thanks for tuning into the Cast at Glocker. We're live with Barn Fresh Vintage Market.
Yes, absolutely.
And I made a caption just for them.
All right.
Putting that up on the screen. All right, let's rock and roll.
So we got Josh and Denise with us. They are the owners. And first of all, why don't you explain the business a little bit?
We are a vintage market that has 20 vendors. So each vendor has their own booths and they maintain it. They price all their stuff. They keep everything. And then we have our own.
Now, when you say
items.
booth, it's not like Jake's Flea Market where they got to stand here and you're standing there.
No,
This is
no.
all in, it
We-
looks like one store.
Yep, we monitor all they bring it up to the counter. We check everything out. They don't have to be here. But they just make sure everything's clean and ready to price and ready to go. And make sure their booths are all nicely organized and displayed.
Now, how often do they refresh their items in here? Like whenever they want, I guess, right?
Yeah, they can come in. They have their days that they come in, and then some come in every 2 weeks, some come in every week. It all depends on the vendor.
Okay.
So, yep.
And you got like older stuff, newer stuff.
Yeah, we have, I would say probably like a 70-30 ratio of 70 vintage and 30 new.
Okay.
So we try to keep some of the new stuff in here for the younger generation that wants the signs and different new stuff to decorate their homes with.
Right.
But we have the vintage stuff for the people who are collectors and they want to come in and find stuff.
And that's what we were talking about before the show is that you get a lot of people in here that just bought a house. They need to decorate and you have lots of stuff to do that with.
Yeah, I make sure I have plenty for them to decorate with. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So what's hot in the vintage market? Like right now, what's the hot
Really?
selling
There's
market
really-
item?
everybody has that. There's really
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
one
I
thing
mean,
that- it never really is.
yeah, there's everybody. You try to find that one thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I could tell you what right now. What's hot is green depression wear. The stuff, the Vaseline stuff that
Okay.
glows under black light.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the younger people who are buying it because they want to have that black light in there, and
I was
they
going to
want
say because they have black.
they want it
lights.
want it to glow. They
Okay.
make a display.
So this is green glassware from the Depression era.
Yes.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay.
hmm
So let's say that
And you take a black light to it, and it glows.
it glows.
Yeah,
Do you know what makes it glow?
it's the uranium in it.
Oh, okay.
There's
Yeah.
uranium
Nice.
in the glass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh. That's
Yeah.
interesting. So where is this stuff coming from? Like, where are people finding this stuff? Where are you guys finding this stuff?
Well, me and Josh, all over. It's yard sales, flea markets, auctions,
Right.
You name it. Wherever the vendor can go and they find their stuff. Everybody has their own little spots.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I like to go to flea markets, but we also go, me and Josh, we go on vacation. So we go to Vermont
Okay.
and we go to townwide yard sales.
Okay.
And we have gone a couple times a year to go up there and just fill up the van and the trailer and then bring it all back.
Gotcha.
And this is pretty up there. So.
Yeah,
Right.
we like it in Vermont. So
And like, here's what I'm not a picker or anything, but obviously work in real estate, so spend a lot of time driving around the Tri-County area,
yeah.
right? And by that I mean Berks, Montgomery, and Chester.
Mhm.
It seems though that Berks County is kind of like a hot spot for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, this area is huge for this kind of stuff.
Right.
People in Vermont are jealous of where we live because
Really?
Well, the whole
Well, 'cause it's
Yeah.
old.
whole
It's
eastern
old.
seed is,
Yeah.
the whole side's is old. So
yeah,
that's
this
where-
is probably the epic
California
center
comes
of
to
all
here.
that, But the thing is, auctions are becoming very expensive to go and to be able to buy and resell because you're getting New Yorkers from out of state.
Mhm.
You're getting them coming in trying to, and they're able to spend a lot more
Their
than.
spending power.
So they're
is high.
bringing
Yeah.
up the numbers.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
bringing up the numbers, and they can take it back to the city and get way more than we
So
could ever
go to
get.
your local dealer here.
If you think about it, when you come to a place like us, you're not just supporting us; you're supporting 20 other people too.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're branching out and you're helping everybody that's incorporated in a place like this, or even just small business in general. It's just huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is what we base this whole show around, trying to support the local
Little guys.
businesses. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, you guys have a bunch of people that are tuning in and saying hello. So
Oh.
let's give some shout
Let's give
outs,
some
and you
shout-outs,
might
man.
recognize some of the people that are watching. Margie Harner.
Oh yeah, hey Margie.
MJ was one of the people that told us that we should have you guys on the show. Jennifer Ann, our producer, is watching. Mary Ellen Devlin Camarote.
Yes, he.
Did I get that?
Yes, Cameron. Yep.
Shirley Beckham.
Oh, Beckman.
Yeah, Beckman.
That's my
I'm
mom.
sorry. Okay. Moms love watching their kids.
Hey, mom.
Hey, man, that counts. Susie Frame,
Yes.
Joanne Kennedy, Elizabeth Golden Lair, and
Oh, yeah.
Carol Berner.
Oh, that's
That's
his
my
mom.
Moms are good for
You gotta
some
say hi to your
numbers.
mom.
Cheryl L. Kramer is saying hello. Hi, Denise. She's saying.
Hi. Yeah, they're all customers of Barn Fresh. So
Awesome.
So listen, we appreciate the comments. Give us a like while we're on the air. You can hit the like button, the heart button, all that stuff as much as you want while we're live. We appreciate the comments. And also, if you have a question for anybody sitting at the table, throw that up in the chat and we'll get to it.
we
going
love
along.
that heart button.
Love
Yeah,
it.
love it.
Taryn Marie, love you guys, she's saying. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
So where were we at, Matt?
We were talking about like where the
Uranium?
stuff comes from and picking,
I
and
can't find
the
the
fact
black
that Berks County is kind of the epicenter of the picking world, at least, in this part of the state.
Yeah, yeah.
It just,
I was watching a episode of The Pickers the other day.
American Pickers, yep.
Pickers, and they were in Boyertown,
Mhm.
and they were just talking about how much they love coming to the East Coast because
Yep.
West Coast is so new
nothing.
compared to the East Coast.
Right.
Yeah.
And so all the old stuff is here.
Now
Yeah.
the only thing about American Pickers is that a lot of times their prices are so inflated, and we're like, we sit and watch. We are regular watchers of it, and we're like, oh, don't say that, because they could get so much more for it because of their name,
Right,
American
for sure,
Pickers. You
yeah.
know, and
I mean, people are going to that store just because it's their
yeah,
store.
so they offer a high price for something, and then people come into us and they're like, well, you
Oh,
could
they're
give
trying to
us,
sell it to you.
yeah,
For that
and
much.
we're like, there's no way,
I
there's
saw
no
Pickers.
way.
They were buying it for this.
I mean, we're in Boyertown. I mean, we're not in a high, paid area, I guess you
Right,
want to
yeah.
say.
Sure.
everybody's got to eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the gas
Absolutely.
prices right now, forget it.
Yeah, you need gas and eat and food, right?
Yeah, right. But
So-
by the same
yeah.
token, though, if you have some stuff and you need to raise a little bit of gas
Yeah,
money,
right.
now
Right.
might be a good time.
Yeah, we do a lot of like where okay, someone's cleaning out their mom's house or the grandparents' house because they may have passed away or something like that. So they need to clean out their whole entire house. They'll come and ask us to come over. We'll go over, we'll make a huge pile, and then we'll give them the price for it, that we can offer them.
Right.
And that's how we work with buying stuff from people.
And a lot of times, if we don't know what to do, we talk to other people that
Yeah.
might be able to help them out too. So.
And Matt and I will give you our cards later
Try to
that you
help
can
them
pass on to these same people.
Yeah, exactly. We can work in tandem together.
Right, absolutely. And we do the same thing in reverse. So how long ago did you open? Like how?
We're on our 8th year. So we
Really?
yeah, we opened September 2013.
Okay.
So we're
Okay.
going on 9 years.
I feel bad that I didn't know that you were around this long.
And
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
even had a way to fire and
Yeah.
kept on rolling. So
2016, right before the
that's
election.
right. Remember, it burned down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Krings was
Kring-
still here. That was kind of
no,
ironic.
that
it?
was
Yeah,
wasn't
it was. It
Kring.
wasn't Krings. It
It was a
was.
stove place.
Yes.
Out back here, they
Yeah.
burned down and then they.
I can't think of the
took
name. I
us.
can't think of the name right
Probably
now.
not a
But
good endorsement for them.
yeah,
Probably not.
yeah, their fire just
don't-
like ran through
it
the
just-
roof
it
Yeah.
just
and
took
then
us.
just passed through ours, and it
Yeah.
ran our roof. So they had to just clean everything out. Had to be gutted and everything.
Did you lose a lot of stuff, or were there things you were able
Yeah,
to
there was
salvage?
everything like mostly on this side
It was
was
all
all
water damage.
pretty much lost
Mhm.
with the water damage and whatnot.
The
But
firefighters did a really good job of getting to it for us, so it was good.
yeah, that
Yeah.
that was the day my daughter was working
Yeah.
here.
Oh my god!
And I was coming home from work. That's when I was working full time in King of Prussia, and I was on my way home. And she called me and she goes, "There's firemen here." I'm like, "Really?" And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I don't know what's going on." And then the next call, she says, "Mom, our building's on
Oh, fire.
fire."
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
"Oh no!"
That's a call you don't want to get.
Mm.
And I was coming down 100, and I see
could
the
see it.
smoke
Mm.
just coming, raising up, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yet people are saying you have a truly resilient business because you survived the fire, I guess.
Yeah.
So people are saying that they love supporting you. and
Well,
they're
if it
saying
wasn't for
hello.
them,
We wouldn't have a business.
we were like, after the fire, we were kind of like, should we go back and do it? What should we do?
Yeah,
And the customers were actually the ones that says, you gotta rebuild, you gotta do this again.
right.
So they're the ones that made us do it.
So Linda Caparilla. I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry, Linda. Her middle name's Pollock. So Linda
Yes.
Pollock.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying about the online sales. Do you want to talk about that a little
Mhm.
bit? Because
Oh,
that
yeah,
seems
sure.
to me that you
It's
guys
huge.
had to shift some gears a little bit during COVID, right?
Yes, during COVID.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about that because the Cast at
Mm-hmm.
Glocker was inspired by COVID, and
Mhm.
your online sales were inspired by
Yes,
COVID.
definitely.
So let's get into that.
And every business we talk to has a story about COVID and how it changed their business.
Yeah.
Not
It definitely
but
did.
sometimes not
Not for the good.
Not sometimes not for the good. Sometimes
Yeah.
not for the bad. you
Yeah.
know?
Definitely helped us.
It helped us.
Yeah.
We during COVID, we were kind of like, okay, we have to shut down. How do we pay our rent? No money's coming in. Okay, we can afford so many months before we just can't do it anymore. And we talked to our landlord, and he wouldn't budge. So we decided, okay, well, we can go live and try doing live sales, and then do no contact pickup outside. So that's what we started doing, and our customers loved it. I mean, they just couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah. I mean, I got, if you bring yourself back
Mm-hmm.
to then, there was nothing to do. You weren't going
Right.
anywhere. You're going to the grocery store to get
Mhm.
your essentials, and that was it.
Right.
So to be able to shop,
They looked forward to
Yeah.
every Monday and being able to
They
do
did.
something,
yeah,
Yeah.
and to be able to shop, be able to decorate, because a lot of people were decorating and redoing stuff in their
redoing stuff,
homes.
yeah, for sure.
And so they were able to buy home decor and different things that they could decorate their homes.
Then when we started, we were doing it starting at 6, and then for a while we were running till like 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Wow.
No
12 o'clock at
kidding.
night.
Yeah.
We would
Really?
have 130 some
We
people
had
on
all
it
these
the
people, and
entire
they
time.
just kept on and just
Mhm.
stayed. We're like, okay,
So
we'll
you just
stay
walk
on.
around the building.
So,
Yeah.
the way we do, like you pick a booth. So I start in that booth and I just kind of scan, and they ask questions or I show something, and then they say claimed, and they it's theirs, and then we put their stuff up online, their orders up online the next day,
Mhm.
and then they can pay online and pick up, or they come in when we're now when
now
we're
they,
open.
yeah.
And somebody's saying that you're still doing the live Sunday shopping.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we
the
switched
same
it from
thing that
Monday to
you're-
Sunday.
The same thing that you were doing before.
We
You're
just
doing
do it
on.
now.
Oh, we've been
once a week
continued
now.
to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been doing it. Yeah, pretty much every time, other than certain times we couldn't do it. But yeah, we do it.
Yeah,
Now
our-
that people are more mobile and stuff like that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
are you still getting the
It's getting
large
tough
amount of
because it's
people?
starting to get light out.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
'Cause we're doing it
nicer it gets
yeah.
outside, the less
People
of
are
an
outside,
audience.
right.
Yeah, people are outside. But we still have our regulars that show up every time.
Mhm.
Every time we go live, they are there.
Yeah.
No matter what. And I don't know how they can be there because we had to have filled their houses by now.
On that note, did you hear that they're talking about keeping daylight savings time going as a
I've
permanent?
heard that talked for a while.
Well,
but...
it actually went through the Senate, and
Yeah, the Senate
approved it.
Oh.
Unanimously, I think.
Well,
or
when does that ever happen?
I know, right?
Finally.
Nobody
Wow.
likes it.
Maybe they'll learn something from this. Hey, maybe we should get something done.
I've been arguing this for years, just to myself and people
Right,
around me.
right.
I'm like, I hate that.
The change.
Yeah, I hate the changes, and I hate the winter time, the darkness starting at
Yeah.
like 4:30 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I tried to wake up this morning to go to a flea market, and it was still dark outside. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed.
But that's the thing. They're going to keep it as a daylight savings time, so it's going to be the sun will be out later, but that darkness will also
yeah, be in the morning.
stay
yeah.
later in the morning.
Yeah.
But
But we won't switch back and forth anymore.
Yeah,
we
so
won't switch
it'll
back
be
and
a
forth.
little bit easier.
Okay.
So there's a whole lot of good reasons for it, and like I said, I've been arguing this point for a while. But now that it's about to happen, maybe most likely, I did some research, and now I'm starting to wonder if I'm right. Because they tried it in the I want to say 60s, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
They did the same thing, and in like a year or so, they had to switch it back because everybody was upset about it.
From what I understand, daylight savings was because farmers they could work longer in their fields at night, and that helped them. But there's not that many farmers anymore.
That's actually a myth because I actually did it
Oh.
on my blog. I did a thing about daylight savings time. and,
Okay.
yeah,
That's a
it
myth,
really
huh?
has not a whole lot to do with the farmers.
Oh,
It has more
okay.
to do with business.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But okay, so I'm sidetracking this whole
Elizabeth
thing.
Golden Lair is saying that you can grab a beverage and shop. So
Ah.
is this
That's
a
great.
BYOB vintage shop?
That's for when they're at home shopping from home.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
They like to drink while they're shopping.
All right.
And some do a little bit too much, and then they shop, and then they would come in and they're like, what did I buy?
Well, I was going to say that might loosen up the purse string.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It does, definitely.
Yeah. Good thinking.
We had in the beginning. We had a couple that they just got a bottle of wine. They just wanted to pour a bottle, and then by the end of that, us being live, they had the whole bottle down.
Yeah.
So it does happen.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I know that you guys have some stuff coming up
Mhm.
that you want to talk about, some activities and some programs that you're doing. So let's chew into that while you have people's attention.
Okay. Coming up, April 14th, we're going to be doing it's a community plant exchange. So
Okay.
it's bring a plant, take a plant. So I decided to, because of the gas prices rising, and just to give a thank you to all our customers who have supported us in the past, this is going to be a free campaign. So we're going to have a setup outside. So when people are thinning out their gardens, they can bring whatever they're thinning out, they can bring here and label it. And then other people can bring their things and then take something home with them that they might not have.
Right.
That's
So-
a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
We used to do that. I used to work when I was younger. I worked for Chester County at Springton Manor Farm, which is Chester County's farm park, and we had a similar program.
Yeah.
And it worked great. People loved it. Like
Yeah.
they would literally request it that we do it every
How
year.
could you
Yeah.
not love that?
So I
Yeah.
wanted to give it a shot and see if people would like it. Because I know when we thin out our garden, what do we do with it? We just
Yeah.
usually throw it to the curb and whatnot.
We give it
But
to other people.
we want to help the bees because the bees are in danger. So We want to try to help the environment a little bit more, and we thought it would be good for the customers that just as a thank you for them,
Yeah.
they can just freely come any day. They can drop off.
Right.
We don't have to be open. They can drop off and pick up whatever plants they want.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
great.
And you might get the opportunity to pick something up that's new or unique to
Yeah.
you, something
That you-
that
that
maybe
you
you had
don't
a hard
have.
time to
Yep.
find.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, your plants spread in your garden.
Yeah.
And you don't
Mhm.
need them. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I love it.
So
I love
that
it. It's a
starts
great
on
idea.
April 14th. Is
Yeah,
that what
that's
I'm saying?
National Gardening Day.
Okay.
National
there's-
Gardening
What
Day.
is
yeah.
the naked day? There's like a
There's a
There's a
naked
new- there's a
gardening
Wait,
day.
why did
yeah.
you look at me when you said
I don't know. I thought maybe you're still pretty trim. I thought maybe you
Not
and
after
Anita were going. You
naked gardening?
live out in the country.
Right.
Mm.
You don't
There
know
is a
what we
naked-
do out there, right?
Hey, what you do in the privacy of your own home. But there is a naked gardening day,
Yeah,
is there not?
there is. Yep. I
So-
don't know what day that is though.
Okay. Somebody will let us. Somebody is Googling
Yeah,
it right
right
If
now.
someone
Let
gives
us
us
know.
that date before the end of the show,
Uh-huh.
I will naked garden that day.
Okay.
Not that anybody wants to see it. Not that anybody wants to see it, but I will
There's-
do it.
I don't know.
promise.
There's a
We'll
lot.
need
of
the
people
address.
watching. So April 14th is National Gardening Day, and that starts the Bring a Plant, Take a Plant
Yes.
program here at Barn
And it's
Fresh.
going to run through October, so
Mm.
through the summer, through the fall. I figure October would be a good month to stop that program, and then we'll stop it for the winter. We'll see how it runs, and then maybe next year we'll do the same thing.
Right. That's
So
it is a really good idea. And if there's something that needs a pot, maybe you can come inside the store and get your
Exactly.
pot for the plant for the plant swap.
Sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anything else? What else do you guys have going on?
Well, we usually have our Easter sale. So around Easter time, we have an Easter sale.
Mhm.
So we only have
Which
sales.
is like markdown general.
Well, each vendor
products
does their
and-
own sales.
Okay.
So it could be anywhere from like 10% up to 50% off. So we never know what our vendors are going to do.
Mhm.
So they each decide on their own sales. So we never run sales unless it's a whole store sale, and it's usually during a holiday.
Okay.
Now,
Yes.
Margie Harner
Of course, Margie
was
would
right
know.
on top of it.
Yeah.
May 7th is
There
Naked
it is.
Gardening Day.
Oh,
now
there
we
you
know
go.
something new about Margie.
And we also know the day that you're going to be in your backyard.
Yeah,
cooking.
May 7th.
Margie, I'll tell
Margie,
you,
do you know where Jeff lives?
I was just going to say, I'll let you know where Jeff lives after the show. I'll DM you.
When is it? May 7th?
May 7th.
All right, I'll put that
is
in my
Naked
calendar.
Gardening Day. So come to the plant swap starting April 14th.
Yeah, and I'll
Get
plant my
your
plants that
together,
day, yeah.
and then May 7th you can plant them up.
So that's flowers or
Anything,
Fruit,
yep, yep.
vegetables.
Anything you want to. I mean, we have like tall ornamental grasses and
Short
stuff
ones
like
and
that
stuff.
that we can cut apart and bring here and stuff. And I know Margie, I think she said that she had daffodils that she can bring and stuff like that. So you never know what's going to be here. So
right. Yeah, people are just saying that they like gardening. Most people like to do it.
well,
with their clothes
they
on,
started during COVID.
yeah,
During
yeah.
COVID,
I-
it was,
it was
huge.
huge.
It was.
Yes,
I-
we've started ours during COVID.
but- Did you?
Yeah, we started a raised bed and
We actually
everything
had
like
time
that.
to do it. That's why.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But isn't it a great? I truly love gardening, and I did it before COVID.
Yep.
I
mean,
did it on a really limited basis before COVID.
Yeah, I did
just
too.
a couple of plants.
Yeah, I didn't have time.
Right.
I like that.
We did-
It's like a whole. You're watching a whole birth process.
Yeah.
And everything. It's
Yeah.
great.
I like kind of also figuring things out too. Like if you run into a little bit of a problem
to
or
fix it
something
for the next
happens, yeah,
year.
you got to
Yep.
figure out.
Yeah, is your
or
soil too
what-
acidic or
Yeah.
whatnot? You know.
And you
or
know where your
bug
food's coming from,
problems.
which is the greatest
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of questions to where the food's coming from these
Yes.
days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
We grew a bunch of stuff. We started out with 3 plots at the community garden, and then by the end of it, we were taking care of the whole community garden.
Nice.
We had tons and
Do you still
tons
have the
of stuff.
community garden going? Pottstown?
That's still going. There's a
Okay.
community land trust, and anybody can sign up for that. But there's multiple gardens. We were at the Chestnut Street Garden,
Okay.
but had a good time doing it, and wound up with a lot of stuff. I even canned tomato sauce and all
Wow,
kinds
you
of-
went to the canning.
No, well, jarred it. You know what
Okay.
I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the
Yeah,
Good old fashioned
yeah.
ball jars, which I bet you somebody has some.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that garden.
Well, that was another thing is ball jars were you couldn't even find them during COVID because everybody was doing it.
Yeah.
Everybody was canning. Everybody was doing it. So after COVID, I mean, you could hardly even find ball
Right.
jars in the store.
So
That-
I
that and
mean,
toilet
there
paper.
was some silver
Yeah.
linings to COVID.
There
You know
was,
what I
there
mean?
was, there absolutely was. I agree.
I just hope as a society we can like hold on to some of those lessons that we learned rather than just going back. Everybody says, "Oh, I just want
Yeah.
to go back to the way things were." Well, maybe the way things
Weren't perfect.
they weren't that great.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you need to learn from everything.
I
and
Yeah.
move on.
I don't think there's. I think that people will take what they've learned and move forward with
I
it.
hope so.
Yeah, I think so.
Because
yeah.
there was some positive stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. We're at about the halfway mark of the show.
Okay.
If these guys have anything else they want to share with us, we're certainly open to that.
Yeah, I'm looking at my questions here to see if I got all my questions answered. Does the viewers have
Everybody's-
any questions?
Most of the viewers seem to me like they're very familiar with the store. It looks like
Okay.
they have a lot of their regular customers that are chiming in and
That's
showing their
awesome.
love.
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys have a pretty good following. We've got a really good amount of live watchers. So that's going to help us get the word out about things that are going on around Boyertown and Gilbertsville. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to support local business.
And actually, so I looked over my questions, and the one question that I didn't get answered was, how did you guys decide to start this business?
That's a good question.
Well,
You-
we
I'll do it, I don't care.
we there was a lot of we had a lot of bills at the time, and we decided to I have a background of flea markets and
Okay.
that kind of stuff. I was raised with auctions. He used to go to auctions with his parents, but I was raised at going to flea markets and reselling and this and that. And so I had told him, I said, why don't we start reselling stuff and buying stuff and reselling? And so he's like, okay, let's start that. Let's try it. So we did that, and we started a Facebook site actually called Eastern PA Vintage, and we had gotten a lot of viewers through there and followers through there, where people could just list their vintage stuff up, antique stuff up for
Right, like the
sale.
yard sale sites. were started.
And then once that was growing, there was a flea market in Gilbertsville, at the firehouse. It would run through the winter every month, once a month. It would happen. And so I called the organizer and I said, hey, let's can I join you? They only had, like, when we would go there would be like 10 tables set up at the
Right.
time.
Wasn't much.
So I'm like, can I bring my people? And they would like to sell at there. And so we would pack the place with
Upstairs,
all our
downstairs.
viewers and all our people from Eastern. And so we started filling the upstairs and the downstairs of the place, and it was packed in there. And we did that for about a season. And then I said to him, well, why don't we get our own place so we can make our own money
Right.
doing that?
Right.
And we started discussing it, and it turned into, let's take our tax return. We gambled our tax return, and we were like, okay, let's put it down on our first month of getting an actual store.
Right.
And we did it, and
There we are.
And here
Here
you
we
are
are.
8 years later.
yeah,
Good.
we already had the people because
Yeah.
of the
Jakes
vendor
and all that.
the people who were set up there and through the site. We already had people contacting us wanting to be vendors. So
Yeah, we met a lot of people at Jake's. We would take up 4 spots at Jake's almost
Uh-huh.
every weekend before, and we know a lot of people and a lot of good vendors.
yeah,
The cool thing that I heard there was it sounded like this business organically grew.
Yeah.
Big
Like
time.
it was the organic process of growing a business, which is awesome.
yeah.
And how
Probably
long-
why you were
how-
successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
How long did it take you from when you started at the firehouse to
Or
decided-
on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Facebook,
long
yeah.
did that progression take?
Year.
Was it 2
Wasn't
years?
long.
It might have been like
It
2
might have
years.
been 2 years. It wasn't very long. We
Yeah.
just kind of jumped right into it and went
Right.
with it.
Yeah.
We knew we had a good group of people at the time that we
Uh-huh.
were friends with. And
Yeah.
that's what helped.
Are a lot of those same people here today?
We have a couple. We've had a lot of people like
We have. I
kids
think.
had-
I
had
think we
kids
have
and then
one
never
vendor
moved.
that was here from the very start, and then there's a couple still here that started maybe a few months after, and then all the rest just kind of sporadically throughout the years just kind of
Yeah.
came along. So
Cool.
yeah,
Here's a good
That's awesome.
question. Here's a good question. Elizabeth Golden Lair is saying, what's the most unique thing or item you have ever found?
Good
Is there
question.
something
That is
that
a
like
good
really
question.
pops into your
That
mind
we've
in
ever
the
found.
forefront?
Should we play Jeopardy music for you?
I really don't know.
Unique. I don't know about. I'm trying to think unique. I
Or
know we
interesting,
found a James Bond Rolex.
Okay.
Had a pick.
It
yeah.
was a vintage James Bond Rolex,
Okay.
and we ended up selling that for $16,000.
Wow.
Wow,
You
that's
Yeah.
a
We'll never have that.
beautiful
Ah.
find.
Never
You
have
never
again.
know. You
Never
never
have that
know.
again.
Yeah.
I mean, just the fact it's a Rolex. Can I ask how much you paid for it? Because it was a Rolex.
It
so-
was
It
in
was- it was
with
in
a
a
lot,
lot.
and we didn't even really know what it was until we got home. It was probably $300 or something like
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
you bought like a lot or
A
like
lot.
a box of stuff?
It was a lot of
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah. It was like we went to the place and we picked what we wanted, and
Yeah.
then we offered them one money for it all.
Didn't really
Okay.
even know what was in
Yeah.
there at the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
You'll
right.
never hit that again.
No,
You'll never say
doubtful.
never.
We
Never
did
say
find
never.
also a tin type of it was Civil War.
yeah.
Was it Civil War, right?
Civil War. Mhm.
And it was soldiers, but one was ethnic.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had darker skin.
Yeah.
They didn't really know
And
what, yeah.
we weren't sure what it was, but we ended up putting it on eBay, and everybody figured out that they liked it. So it ended up being like $2,800,
Something like that.
Wow.
$2,800. So
Nice.
You find
Yeah.
stuff like that,
But it wasn't
everywhere.
anybody like that was known or anything.
no,
Okay.
it was just because there wasn't a lot of ethnic people darker skinned in the war.
Weren't sure if
Right.
it was. it almost
Or
looked-
pictured in the war.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
it's
just-
Yeah.
probably
it was
more
just
like it.
different.
Yeah, there was
Now, if-
thousands of
Yeah.
black
Mm.
troops.
It might
but
have
there's
been
not
medi-
a lot
I
of
don't even
pictures.
know if they were black. I don't even know if this
He
guy
was
was
got
Yeah.
black.
Yeah, I
It
just-
could have been.
He just was not white.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was an ethnic. Yeah,
Right.
it was
I
just-
want
it
to
was so
say he
different.
was Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because he had on his like head, you could see like little shells
Yeah.
Okay.
kind of
that's
coming
right.
down and stuff.
Okay.
So it was more
So it's an
Mediterranean. I would
extremely
say.
unique picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was neat.
Cool.
That's cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
just we
man.
just try to find whatever we can that we like, and that's pretty much how we do it.
And that's what
Right
we
on.
hear a lot, you know?
Right now, I always gear towards I look at Pinterest. I look at the trends
Yeah.
that people are how they're decorating their homes.
Right.
So I'm always looking for those kind of trends and finding things that they can use for those.
Yeah. And that's good. That's a great
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
Just stay on top
And
of it.
right now, farmhouse. Everybody wants a farmhouse. Everybody wants to decorate as farmhouse, what they consider farmhouse, or what the magazines consider farmhouse. So that's the whites and the grays and stuff like that. So we try to have a lot of that kind of stuff for them.
Yeah. I took a walk around the store and there's a lot of great stuff in here. So people watching, you should come take a
And
look
we-
for
and
yourself.
We're wheelchair friendly. When we built this, we
Yeah.
decided we wanted it wheelchair friendly, big enough. People can walk
Strollers.
by,
I see that.
strollers,
It's big aisles.
and,
Yeah.
and clean. That's
We have a lot of people comment how they don't have to worry about their purse hitting something, or that there's plenty of room to walk around without them stumbling over something. And I feel like we're unique in that area. We don't try to jam as much as we possibly can into
yeah. I mean, we could
a
have
small location.
could have made everything small, like the aisle smaller, but it's just nicer. It's airier.
As a child, I used to work at Zern's and
Oh,
my God, they packed as much stuff as they could in there. Where you're going like
yeah, and it's and
And
people.
then we have we run a lot of classic rock, so you can sing as you walk around. A lot of people.
this. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or they're on their phone saying, "I'm at Giant. What do you need?"
Yeah.
We did a lot of
They're
research when we
walking around.
started it to go to all the places that we could go to,
Mhm.
and then we would make a list of all the things we liked,
Liked and
what
disliked?
we didn't like.
See, you did your homework.
Yeah.
And it pays off.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to places, you trip over things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jen is saying that she came in and got a few Christmas gifts this year, and her kids love looking around and finding things. And I was thinking about that too. It would be a good place if you're looking for something for a unique gift for someone. It's going to support a local business. It's something unique that they're not going to be able to find anyplace else. And you could really find something cool
Which is
for someone.
always best because I mean
It
there's
shows
so
you
much
care.
cookie cutter products
Right.
out there
So
Right.
much
that when you
Amazon.
have something original, I mean, not only is it a nice gift to somebody, that person can hold it in pride, and say, look at this, present it in their house or whatever, and say, look at this. This is the only one, or there's not many like this.
And even if you look around and you can't figure out what that person would like, we do offer gift certificates, so they can buy a gift certificate if they can't figure it out.
Good. Yeah.
Awesome. You're just getting a lot of love. So keep the love coming, keep the chat coming. Karen Reinert's a husband. He's a collector. He loves coming in and see stuff. Debbie Pryor is saying that she loves the store.
We do have some Boyertown casket stuff.
Yeah,
right
I was
now.
gonna say
We don't have a lot, but we do have some Boyertown.
Boyertown is
casket stuff right
collectible,
now.
so a lot of our people come in and they're looking for Boyertown stuff that they don't have already.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so when we do the house clean outs and stuff like that, we sometimes do find the Boyertown stuff that
Do you
people
have
want.
Boyertown beer stuff?
No.
Right
If
now
you
we
ever
don't.
do, let me know. Give me a call.
We
and I
did
will
have
buy it.
Boyertown Brewery
The
crates.
crates.
We had the
Okay.
crates and stuff.
Yeah,
I think we had a couple of the labels.
that's getting harder to find
too.
Yeah.
But right now we have the casket company
There's more
stuff.
casket stuff than there is beer.
Yeah.
There is just not around.
Yeah.
And the big collectors, they all have all of it. So
Yeah.
All right, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
2.
What's going down in Boyertown?
All right.
Mm,
Here's what I'm gonna do, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put up this little overlay right there.
All
It's
right.
going down in Boyertown. It's got the website on the interwebs.
It sure
Jeff knows
does,
Boyertown.com.
Matt.
People can find that there. So tell everybody who's watching what is going down in Boyertown.
So let me explain. What's going down in Boyertown is an event blog. It tells you everything that's almost everything that's happening in and
As
around
much as
Boyertown,
you can
as much
possibly
as
find.
I can find as one person, and I try my best. But yeah, so if you want to know what's happening around town, any kind of events from whatever to whatever, we have
From
it on there.
free to expensive.
Free to expensive, yeah, for sure. I actually have the events that you post. I make sure I put on there as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's jeffknowsboyertown.com, and the blog is what's going down in Boyertown. And you know what's going down tomorrow, Matt?
What is going down tomorrow?
Do you know?
Well, tomorrow is St.
St.
Patrick's
Patty's
Day.
St. Patrick's Day, right?
corned
Right.
beef.
It's the feast day of St. Patrick.
So because of St. Patrick's Day,
Mhm.
I thought that we would have a little bit of a little questionnaire that I won't let you.
A little
see.
trivia.
It's a little
Is it trivia?
Yeah, sure.
So
sure.
people at home should compete in this too. Like if you know the
Absolutely.
answer, you should throw
Shout
it
it
up
out.
onto the screen.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. And then there is one. We're gonna after we do this.
Mhm.
There was somebody who was asking a question for Farm Fresh. So
You
we'll
want
get
Barn
for
Fresh.
Barn Fresh.
Okay.
So we'll get back to it.
Everybody
No,
does
let's do
that.
this.
All right.
And then we'll get back to it.
All right.
Yeah.
So finally, COVID is subsiding right now, or whatever you want to call it. And so people are going out and they're partying for St. Patty's Day again. There's going to be tons of people out. Everybody's doing something. All the bars are doing everything. So I thought we would talk about the celebrations that are happening for St. Patty's Day. So here's the trivia. Let's start it off with this. Do you know where the world's largest St. Patty's Day parade is?
I do. Savannah, Georgia.
Wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
I said
horrible at
parade.
trivia.
I didn't say celebration. Savannah might be the biggest celebration,
I think it is.
but parade,
New York, NYC.
you got it. New York
Okay.
City. New York City. There's 150,000 marchers in the parade,
Wow.
approximately each year, and 2 million spectators.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's no joke. So I'm assuming that's going this year. I didn't actually
think that's
research to
going.
see if it's actually happening, but I'm pretty sure it is because they have dropped
Probably not as many
most
this year.
things. Probably not, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of people.
Yeah.
Plenty. How about the world's oldest St. Patrick's Day parade? It's not. I'll give you a hint. It's not New York City. No, it's one of the New York
I
City
want
is
to say
one of the
Boston,
oldest.
but I don't know.
That's a good guess. That's also one of the oldest.
Dublin, Ireland.
You're gonna be kind of surprised. I was kind of surprised. I was very surprised actually. St. Augustine, Florida.
Oh,
Wow.
1601 was the
What?
first parade.
Really?
really?
1601. I mean, it's a very old town.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was founded in like the 1500s by the Spanish.
You ever been there?
Yes, I have.
It's really cool, isn't it?
It is. It's a really
Yeah,
neat
it's a
place.
really great place. But yeah, 1601 was the parade, the first parade there.
I googled.
You should go metal detecting there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I was there because I used to be a park ranger for the National Park
Oh.
Service, and we went there specifically because most of St. Augustine is protected as a national historical site. It is illegal to metal detect in the city of.
Well, don't go there.
There's a lot
Don't
of
go
places.
there. And we went there specifically to learn the laws, so that we could enforce those laws. It's called ARPA, the Archaeological Resource Protection Act.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was in St. Augustine. To
Yeah,
learn.
Josh, we don't want you in jail.
Don't do that.
No.
It's like a felony.
Can't afford that.
Yeah, no. That's a lot
It's
of
like
vintage to
going-
get out of that one.
Going down to Gettysburg's the same way.
Yeah,
That's a
you
felony.
can't.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't do it. They don't want you doing that.
Okay, how about the world's longest celebration? Like each year they have it for a length of time.
Those many hours.
Yes.
I have no idea, man.
Bally.
That's a good one.
Valley,
That's a good one.
Pennsylvania.
That's a good one. I don't even know if I can even say this right, but it's Montserrat in the Caribbean.
In the Caribbean.
They have it a full week
Okay.
of St. Paddy's Day celebration, and it's also the only other place besides Ireland where St. Paddy's Day is an actual national holiday where everybody is off.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Wonder what caused that to happen.
I don't
A
know.
lot of Irish immigrants or something.
Yeah,
I have no
maybe.
idea.
So I did Google it, and Thursday, March 17th, it says the New York City St. Patrick's Day Parade will start at 11 a.m.
Awesome.
So there you go.
Yeah, I'm sure
They're
there'll be
having
plenty of people there. Okay, the weirdest St. Patrick's Day event.
Hmm.
Bally.
Everything's Bally.
I think this is self-proclaimed. So
Like kissing the Blarney Stone or something.
well, they don't even explain why it is.
Okay,
I think
okay.
it's again. I guess
Somebody made this up to sell more green beer.
I don't know. No. When you hear that, you'll
Okay.
agree that it's probably the weirdest.
All right.
San Francisco, because
Oh.
San
What's so
Francisco
weird
is
about
weird.
that?
They're
Yeah.
weird. I mean, in a good way, but there's
They're
had
so
Haight
so
Ashbury there.
I
I
gotcha.
mean, it's like
the
hippies-
tenderloin.
Yeah, right.
So what you're saying is San Francisco has proclaimed itself
I
as
think they
the
have, yes.
weirdest
I think so.
St. Patrick's Day celebration.
Yes.
Ah.
So okay, I will give you an example.
Yes, please.
So they have hosted snake racing in the past.
Snake racing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the
because that's the legend
yeah,
that St.
That's St.
Patrick
Patrick's.
drove all the snakes out of Ireland.
Oh.
which they actually blame.
See,
it
I
on
didn't know that.
on the weather, but
There's
which
no
we talked about
snakes.
before.
There's no indigenous snakes on the Ireland,
That's
in
pretty
Ireland.
crazy, though, isn't it?
and they, it's like the whole thing, like the snake being driven out. The snake symbolizes evil, so St. Patrick drove the snakes away from Ireland.
Oh, so there's no snakes in Ireland.
None. There's
None.
no
That's pretty
indigenous
crazy,
snakes
isn't
in
it?
Ireland.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, somebody might have imported something over time, but there's no indigenous snakes.
Don't go to Australia.
I just wish there was no spiders in Pennsylvania. I don't care about the snakes.
I think I got bitten by one today,
Well,
actually.
those parachute ones are coming in.
I know it. I don't want to talk about it. We're not talking about that today. We're trying to keep Jeff in a good mood. Where is the world's largest shamrock? And it doesn't have to be a real shamrock. It doesn't.
So none of these answers have actually been in Ireland. Have you noticed that? None of
No.
this is actually happening in
Nope.
Ireland.
Absolutely. Because it's America has taken
A
over.
real Okay, so it doesn't have to be
America
a
has
real
take-
shamrock.
No, America has taken over this holiday and made it.
Right. It's
Bigger
been
here.
hijacked.
It has been hijacked.
Okay. I don't even have a guess because I've been so wrong on this trivia. I usually, some trivias I do really good, and
Well, this is silly trivia.
it is
This,
kind of
it
silly.
is silly trivia.
Go ahead.
O'Neill, Nebraska. They paint a shamrock on their road
Mhm,
each year, right before
Mhm.
St. Patty's Day,
mhm.
and it's 65 by 55 feet large.
Okay.
That's the size
In
of it.
diameter.
And they call O'Neill, Nebraska, the Irish capital.
Of
so-
what?
Of
Irish
Nebraska, I
capital of
guess. Of
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So somebody just needs to beat that then.
yeah.
Somebody just needs to go
They've been
and
doing it for years and
do
no
70
one's
by
beat it yet.
70
We
or
should
whatever.
do it in Bally.
Absolutely.
Make
The main
Bally,
intersection.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something to talk
Just
about.
throwing
right
it out there. Not that I want to do the work. I'm just
there. You don't want to
someone
be the
else.
painter.
No. I'm just putting the ideas.
Okay,
out.
last question here. What U.S. city dyes a river green for St. Patrick's Day celebration?
I know this one. It's Chicago.
It is Chicago.
They
Ah.
dye. I
Chicago
even know the
yep.
river. Okay, you just said.
Oh, sorry, dude.
It's all right.
Yeah. Well, what year? What year did they start doing
I
it?
have no idea. That I do not know.
1961. They've been
Okay.
doing it since then.
And
it's like bright.
It
green.
is. It is. If you've ever seen it,
Pictures of
It's
It
only
looks
like
like
5
toxic
years.
waste.
I mean, 5 years. It's only like 5 hours though.
Yeah, I
It's
did hear
actually
about
green.
that.
yeah.
But man,
Well, Chicago has a huge Irish population.
yeah.
Some of my Irish ancestors immigrated to Chicago from Philadelphia.
You think
My-
Boston would have been one of these
Yeah,
answers? Because
I know.
you
Yeah,
think
you
of
would.
Boston as
Boston,
Yeah.
you would.
yeah.
My Irish ancestor was a guy by the name of Hugh McGrogan.
That is one hell of an Irish name.
He came here to Philadelphia in 1875 from Ireland. And I've looked at that name. It's not a very common name, even in Ireland. But where it occurs most is along the train lines between Philadelphia and Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my family, like, that's how they spread because
Yeah.
one of my ancestors worked for the railroad.
Cool.
So there's McGrogans all along the central line between Philadelphia and Chicago.
That's cool
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
I got to look at my history sometime. We actually have a book.
The Fredericks?
Yeah, we have a book.
We have a whole township named after him.
But it's not.
It's
I don't
not-
think there's any connection.
No?
No.
Okay.
There's a lot of Fredericks around the area that I'm not connected to in any way.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to the real events. All right, that was just fun. We just had fun. That's all.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, let's get to the question real quick.
Oh,
Let's
yeah. Somebody wanted you guys to
Mhm.
talk about Tracy French Krause is asking you guys to talk about the chicken coop.
Oh, okay. So we have thanks, Tracy. We have the chicken coop, and it's the @ Barn Fresh,
Okay.
and it's our group page. Okay. So what's different from that from our main page is that our group page is where our vendors, when they come and refresh their booth and they put all new stuff in, they take pictures of it and they post it up on the chicken coop.
Okay.
So you get
And
first glance
So,
at it.
so the members of the chicken coop, they can ask questions and say, how much is it? What's the measurements? Blah, blah, blah. So it's more interactive between the vendors and the customers.
Okay.
Another great idea.
Yeah.
The chicken coop at Barn Fresh.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to that page and I'm going to cut and paste the address
There you
into
go.
the chat, and people will be able to click.
And you just
right
have to
on
ask
it
to
and
be a
go in.
member.
You just yeah. And then I have an automatic accepting
Okay.
for that. So yeah, so they just become members, and it's a great way to keep updated on what the vendors are bringing into the store. And it could be even stuff that they're bringing into the store that's not quite here yet, and they'll say, okay, these are coming into the store Thursday, stuff like that.
Now, can they from that page can they actually buy it?
Yes, so
Okay.
they can go and say, hey, can you get me that crow, and can you put that, so that when they do that, the vendors usually tag me, my name, in that post. I see it, and then I grab the item, I put it on my spreadsheet, and then I can put it up online for them to pay. A lot of our customers can pay online if they can't make it into our store in the next week or so.
Okay.
So I put their orders up online, they pay through our website, and then whenever they're in the town, they can come and pick it up.
So that's like the insider section right there.
That's pretty much
Yeah.
what it is,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I put the link, the active link is up in the chat on both Facebook and YouTube. And I also put it up on the screen. You can type that out the way it appears right on the screen. And that's how I found it, just by going to the Facebook search bar and typing in the chicken coop at Barn Fresh.
Yes.
Nice. Good question. Absolutely. All right. Let's go over to the events that are happening.
Jen Martin is saying she just had her bank account synced to Barn Fresh.
Nice.
just electronic transfers right over. She's just sending wires.
That's awesome. All right, so again, St. Patty's Day is tomorrow. I'm going to actually get so I don't know if you guys ever seen the blog. I've seen the event.
No, we
page.
never did. No.
Okay, you must look at it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it comes out every Thursday.
Okay.
But tonight I'm going to put it out. Today I'm going to put it out tonight because of St. Patty's Day being on Thursday. Everybody wants to know what's happening.
Yeah.
I would think for Thursday, so I'll put it out this evening. So here's a couple of things that are happening. I mean, it is full of events. I didn't count the events, but I'm going to assume that we're somewhere around 50 events happening over the weekend or over the week.
Wow.
But let's start off with the hardcore St. Patty's Day fans. You got Jack Cassidy's Irish Pub in Pottstown.
Yep.
Opening at 8 a.m.
Yeah, they do kegs and eggs every year.
Kegs and eggs at 8 a.m.
Yeah,
And they're going till 1 a.m. in the morning.
that's
Oh,
a good.
man.
That's a good place too. Like Jack Cassidy's is one of the places that's kind of on my rotation.
Mm-hmm.
They have good beers. They have good drinks. The food is decent. They have trivia nights and things of that nature. The bar's been completely redone.
Okay.
And, it's a cool place.
Cool.
And it looks like a traditional pub. So if you're looking for something a more traditional feel,
Mm-hmm.
I would vouch for Jack Cassidy's as giving you a real Irish bar kind of feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Do it up.
Cool.
Come to Pottstown.
I mean, it's called Jack Cassidy's Irish Pub, so
yeah. No,
Yeah.
and I'm saying they've
It's-
hit
they hit it
it's
right.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
all right. So if 8 a.m. is too early for you, for people that want to sleep in, I know that sometimes you like to sleep in because you get up at 2 o'clock
When
in the
do you get
morning
time for that?
sometimes. Creekside Sports Bar and Grill is opening at 9 a.m.
Mm.
for St. Patty's Day, and they're having their festivities all day long. They're having some kind of breakfast and beer thing too as well. Box Irish Pub in Boyertown or Gilbertsville starts their St. Patty's Day celebration at 5 p.m. That goes throughout the evening. They're having live music and a DJ. Our friends, remember Kim?
Yeah. Vuja Day.
Kimmy Songbird.
Yes.
Yeah. She was on the show before. She has an Irish band, which we talked about on the show.
Yeah. That's
or
right.
An Irish duo,
Yeah.
Kill and Clark.
Killing Clark.
Right.
Mhm.
So they're playing at JJ Radigan's in Pottstown.
Yep.
6 to 9 on St. Patty's Day.
People love JJ Radigan's.
Yeah. It's a good
The
spot.
beer's good. It's getting better every time I go in there. It seems like the brewer's name's Randy. He's really starting to get his chops, and
Yeah.
the beers are starting to come up. Yep.
Good. It's a great atmosphere. I mean,
It's
my
cool.
kid-
It's
I took
big.
my kids, and my kids loved it.
It's big. There's
Yeah.
a lot of room. They have the downstairs open now, so
Yeah.
there's a game room downstairs. The chef Hiram Quintana,
Mhm.
award-winning barbecue chef. I think he placed third or something.
Yeah, I
in the
remember the
national
food
barbecue.
being really good when we went last
Yeah,
time.
he's the real deal. He's
Nice.
good. I got to give those guys props. Not my regular spot, but a good backup
Yeah.
for me personally.
Yeah, right. And as you guys talked about earlier, the Irish Wake, it's back.
Yeah.
So after 2 years of they didn't, a 19 they did have it, and then I
That
think they
was
shut
right
down
before.
halfway through or something.
There was no COVID. It didn't happen during COVID. I don't think. Did it
They
happen?
didn't,
It happened in March,
20. It
so-
didn't happen in 20.
It couldn't have because
Shut down.
everything shut down
Yeah.
on the 16th.
But they had it like right. They had the night when it shut down. It shut down on 19. right?
19th, did it? Okay.
19.
I thought we didn't real estate get shut down on the 16th. I don't remember.
I don't remember. It seems too long ago. But anyway, I know last year it was like a mini. They called it a mini wake.
Okay.
So exactly what they did, I'm not sure. I didn't go.
So are they back to the full?
They're
wake?
back to full wake.
full wake.
So they're having live music and DJ each night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So Thursday they're having Fuzz Mob play, which is a great party band. Friday they're having Mike Greer and Co., which seems like a Grateful Dead type band, which I don't
Mm.
know how that fits exactly with
Yeah.
Irish.
I don't know. This was always kind of the Boyertown Valley area was always a little bit of a dead belt.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
A
absolutely.
lot of hippies.
We
And
sell
then
a lot of Grateful Dead bears here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
we
I'm-
have the
I-
metal Grateful Dead bears, and they come in and buy
I grew up
them.
being a Deadhead. I
I'm
still love the
feeling
Dead.
it.
Yeah.
I can see how that's happening in the
Yeah.
Valley. That's all I'm saying, man.
I just like to see more true Irish.
Gotcha.
And then Saturday, they're having the Punkabilly's play, which is they have a whole mix, but they play Irish music as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So all 3 nights, it's going to be a big party, and then DJ afterwards. After the band's played, they have the DJ, and I'm sure they're playing all your favorites.
Punkabilly. I'm kind of thinking like they might be like the Whiskey Hicken Boys or something. The Whiskey Hicken Boys. They are no longer. I don't think the Whiskey Hicken Boys are together.
Yeah.
But they did that like punk.
Yeah, they do
meets
like
bluegrass,
punk ska,
meets
bluegrass, all that. Yeah. And Irish music. Yeah. So the wake's happening. People are happy, I think, because I mean that is a big party in the area.
Well,
sure.
you know, bluegrass music. There's like a lot of music historians and linguists, people that study language,
Mm-hmm.
and like they say that bluegrass music is a direct descendant of the music that was brought here by the Scots and Irish settlers to the Appalachian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a traditional bluegrass music probably sounds a lot like the kind of music
fiddle and everything like
that
that.
your ancestors were listening to in Ireland.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
they brought it here with them.
Yeah.
Just a little tidbit, little nugget.
Cool. All right. So that's just a few of the many things that are happening. I'm not going to name them all. You have to go to the website and check it out. JeffKnowsBoyertown.com. The blog is What's Going Down in Boyertown. And I don't have the trivia on the blog. What I actually did was I just posted an old Irish folklore tale that I thought was pretty interesting to read and had a lesson at the end. Everything that I think of Irish folklore is in this tale.
Okay.
I think it's really fun to read. So check that out. And
Notorious storytellers.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
like really
Like
a
there's-
storytelling tradition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
And like, you know, taller the tale, the better.
better. Yes.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So go to check out the tale, check out the events. The events is really what it's all about.
You know what was a good movie? And I don't remember the title, but I think it was called like Black 59 or something like
That's
this.
not what I saw you.
So no, it's about this Irish soldier who comes back he was in the English army serving in India, right? During the English occupation of India.
Okay.
And he comes back home to Ireland, and his family has been evicted by the landlords during the potato famines, this whole thing. And he goes AWOL, and then they hire an investigator to go and capture. It's not only is it a good action adventure movie,
Okay.
it really does portray some of the actual real history of that time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If somebody might be able to look it up, I believe it's called like Black 59 or something like
Okay.
this. If you want to watch like a really cool, like kind of authentic Irish movie, I would recommend that.
Not
one.
for kids.
Not for kids. I would say teenagers. Like if you have teenager
Okay.
kids who are playing video games anyway,
Right, which
it's a lot less violent than like Battlefield.
which I don't. So I'm going to watch that probably this weekend.
How
at
old's
some
your
point.
son?
11.
He'll be able to handle it.
Yeah.
It's not that scary.
Yeah, but if my 11-year-old
There's some
watches it,
fighting.
my 9-year-old watches
There's
it.
some
Yeah.
fighting scenes and stuff, but it's not scary. It's not gory, but there is some fighting.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, we watch like the Marvel movies.
Oh
that
yeah,
level?
if they can handle, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Good movie.
Good. Awesome.
I'll try to see if I can. Think of a real name.
I have a movie that I like, but I can't think of the name right now. It's so goofy, but it's fun. And it has Sean Connery in it.
Okay.
It's an Irish folklore movie, basically.
Okay. Is it
About
like the green?
leprechauns.
Is it the scary leprechaun one?
No. It's
No,
not,
he's not.
the
He's not in the
Okay.
leprechaun.
No, it's an older movie, but man, it's so good. It's so interesting and fun to watch. But sorry, people, I can't think of the name. It happens.
Yeah. So Elizabeth Lair is putting up the the Gaelic term for the storytellers. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that.
Come on, do it.
No,
Just try
have you-
it. It's
no,
more
because
fun.
Gaelic, you ever look at a Gaelic word and you think it's one thing, and then when somebody actually pronounces it, it doesn't.
Well, that's
you
the
know
same
what I mean?
thing
It's
with
got
last
like,
names.
It's got like 4 H's, 3 S's, and an E, and then they're like, oh yeah, that's fish.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to try to butcher that one.
Okay.
I don't speak Gaelic, don't pretend to know it, and the pronunciation doesn't always look like what it.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna try it either.
Yeah.
Sinachi. I tried. Look, I did it anyway.
Shawnee.
Yeah.
Would you ever gotten that?
No.
Shawnee.
Yeah.
That doesn't not, but that's
How
what
did
it
you
is.
get Shawnee?
Because she told me. She put it up.
Put it out
She
phonetically
spelled
for you.
phonetically.
Oh.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
We've been
That's what
here
we
at
got.
Barn Fresh.
Yeah.
What's the address here again?
That's a good question.
It's
What is the
County Line
address?
Road.
311
County Line Road. It just popped back in my mind.
Gilbertsville.
Gilbertsville, PA. They're right across the street from Giant, next to Hollenbach, across the street
next
from
to
Raiders.
Deer Off Water.
Right behind
He's
Deer
Right
Off.
next to Deer Off Water in the barn.
Can't
Yep.
miss it.
Can't miss it.
311 Old County Line Road,
Right.
Gilbertsville, PA.
Yes.
Stop in.
So you
and
come off
see-
Route 100, you make a left. You don't make a right.
Correct.
There's a left
I-
and make another left.
Yep. Left
Come
and left.
in.
You're in.
All depending on which way you go, but yeah. If you're going north of 100, you make it right.
Oh well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
Well,
yeah, but-
you were saying here at the stop.
Oh,
Yeah, the stop
okay,
sign.
all
Make a
right.
left. Yeah.
I'm gonna put the address up in the comments.
Thank you, Josh, for backing me up on that
No
one.
problem. I understood.
I'm putting that up in the comments. Come down here and see Denise and Josh. They've got a lot of good stuff, a lot of cool things. They have an interesting story. They do a lot of interesting stuff for their customers. And from everything that I can see, everybody loves them.
Awesome.
Everybody loves
Not
them.
one negative comment, huh?
Not one
Not-
negative.
not
Awesome.
one negative comment.
We better shut things
Everybody-
down
Yeah,
real
real
quick.
Look for the truck.
That's right. Look for that red truck.
Jeff,
Yeah.
why don't you tell people how they can find
Jeff
you?
at Glocker is the way to find me. Google Jeff at Glocker, and you'll find me.
You got any new
real
listings
estate.
coming up?
What was that?
Do you have any new listings coming up?
I do, but it's too far in the future.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
couple weeks.
Oh, all right. So
out.
you don't want to.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
stay tuned. It's coming. I mean,
Nice one?
yeah, it's a nice one. It's real nice.
All right.
It's in your neck of the woods.
Is it? What sound?
19645.
Oh, so that's
the other side of the bridge.
Fiberland,
Yeah.
Chester County.
I saw the whole yes. I saw the whole thread about 19646.
5.
Yeah. And versus
Yeah,
19464.
Yeah.
And about how they shut down the bridge so you can't cross, but now they want to cross
Now they want to come
because
back
there's
in.
all this going on.
Yeah,
in
because there's all
Pottstown
this
now.
stuff. Right. All these people from North and South Coventry, right? For
I
years
loved- I
and
was
years and
laughing so
years,
hard.
For years and years and
Yeah.
years, never wanted to claim Pottstown. Ah,
Right.
Pottstown's bad.
I'm not
it's
Pottstown.
horrible.
I'm
I'm from
for-
North Coventry.
Right.
Now we get a couple of brew pubs and a beer garden, and guess what? All of a sudden they're from Pottstown.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
I
they want
wanna-
to reopen the
they want
bridges
to
and
reopen the
everything.
bridge. They didn't want to open the. They didn't literally. They did not want to pay their fair share to reopen the Kind
Yeah.
Street Bridge. Now all of a sudden they do.
I was reading that thread. It was the
I
best.
was trolling those people hard. I feel some kind of way about this
Of
because
course
I'm
you
from
do.
Pottstown.
Yeah.
I'm from the borough
And you never
of
strayed.
Pottstown.
And you
Never.
never strayed.
Never
You said Pottstown's great.
for
Just wait.
life.
Yep.
For life.
Yep.
So yeah, I was trolling the Fivers hard.
Yeah.
I had to stop because like some people were getting upset. But I feel some way. I gotta protect the hood, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do. I want to put up a toll booth on the and I want to
On the new
charge.
Kime Street.
Yeah, and I want to charge them Fivers for coming in here.
That's awesome. But anyway, yeah. So I have a nice listing coming up. I will definitely present it on the show when we're a little closer.
All right.
Yeah.
I have 2 listings right now that are active.
Talk about
I
it.
already have some offers on them, so you got to be serious.
And that's the market. You got to be serious.
I got one in Stowe,
Okay.
and I got one in Pottstown. 820 East Vine and 936.
And they're both
Feist.
singles, right? I
They're
believe.
both singles.
Yeah.
One needs some love, and the other one has been loved.
Been loved to death.
yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's good. It's a
Yeah.
nice one. So I have some other stuff coming down the pike. So you can find me, Matt Green, at Glocker Real Estate. That's how you can find me on all social media platforms. Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate.
Awesome.
Check
Easy
us out.
peasy.
Yeah. Don't forget to check out Glocker Realty and Insurance on Facebook and YouTube. We've got a lot of good content on both of
Lots
those
good content,
pages.
Yeah.
Good videos. You can see what we're doing for people who are selling their homes. I think we're doing an excellent job in presenting these homes for sale.
Absolutely.
You will be hard pressed to find, and I'm not, it is my company that I work with. So I am I feel some way.
Of course.
But
we're proud of where we work.
We are proud.
Yeah.
But I'm even saying, even if I step back from that,
Mhm.
you are hard pressed to find another local real estate agency in this area that does a good job of presenting these
Presenting
homes
the homes
as
for
we do.
sure.
We
Yeah.
have, over the past couple of years, really put together a good
Yeah.
listing package.
And if you don't believe us,
check it out.
Yeah.
So
and you will agree.
Anybody can find me, Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate, on Facebook and YouTube or anywhere else on the interwebs. I have another show called Porchcast Pottstown because I am a hardcore Pottstonian.
Yeah.
OG. And my show comes on Thursday nights at 6:00.
And what do you got going on this Thursday?
Tomorrow, we're doing a little bit of women's history stuff. And we are also going to announce our upcoming schedule. We're going to have the chief of police, Mick Markovich, come in and sit down with us and talk to us about some things going on in town.
Okay.
We're going to have Joe Cerisi, who is the 146 representative for the 146 district.
You're having multiple guests?
No, these are the upcoming shows.
Okay.
Joe Cerisi, Mick Markovich, and we're working on a show to talk about some of the things that are going on with the homeless and downtrodden.
Nice. So if you want to know what's happening in Pottstown,
Porchcast Pottstown.
That's the place to go.
One-stop shopping. You will learn everything there is to know about Pottstown.
Awesome.
All the contributors to society in the borough of Pottstown.
All right.
All right. It's been a fun show.
Do the guests have anything to plug or anything?
I just want to say thank you for
Yeah.
supporting local and small
Awesome.
businesses and stuff. It's awesome.
That's what
that you do that.
That's what it's all about. Like, I really strongly believe that we have to support our local businesses because these are our neighbors. They're our coaches of our teams. You know, your kid's baseball coach, his soccer coach. Look who is sponsoring our little league
Mhm.
teams, right? I don't see Walmart sponsoring
Right.
the local PAL
That's
football
right.
team,
Mhm.
right?
Big.
It's usually a local business. So they're supporting you and your efforts. Please spend some time shopping and supporting local businesses. They're the backbone of your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't like the fact that Amazon doesn't pay taxes.
And
So
you can't buy any of this stuff at Walmart.
you cannot.
No.
No.
You cannot. You will definitely find something unique at a place like Barn Fresh Vintage Market.
And we give back
Nailed
to the community and go to the schools and give gift baskets. We give different things to the community. So if you help the local, they're going to help you back. So
Yeah,
That's what always happens.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
all right.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, thank you.
The show is not necessarily over. I would encourage people to stick around. I'm going to put a slideshow up. The slideshow highlights Barn Fresh Vintage Market. I'm going to cue that up right now. And don't forget that the Cast at Glocker is on most Wednesdays at 6:00.
Yes.
Some Wednesdays we're not on.
Right. We have things we have to do sometimes.
but
So-
we're on Sunday nights. So
That's right. Don't
There you
forget.
go.
Go
Every
visit these
Sunday.
guys for the online shopping. Don't forget to bring your bottle of wine or
I was gonna
oh, good. You have the plant sale in there. Nice.